What's can anybody see me? Welcome. This is Comedy Fog. What's happening, 7 Bar? How's everybody feeling? Wow, special effects. This is real. This is really happening. How's everybody doing? You guys ready for a comedy show? Thank you so much for coming out. Do we have any? Oh, I can see you under the smoke. Get under the smoke. Let's give it up for Rahil, who made all this happen. Could please make some noise, some acknowledgement. Rahil for creating the space. And we're going to tip the fuck out of Dale, our bartender. Give it up for Dale. We got some Dale fans. Fans of Dale in the building. Fans of Dale. Yeah, Dale. That's my boy. Okay, I surrender to this smog. Or who am I? I'm just doing my seva. Hum to hamare dharm kar rahe hain na. I am nobody. I am Sonal Aggarwal, your hostess for the evening. We'll focus from up here where I've got my chic auntie look going on. And don't worry about my ninja feet. Oh, now I've drawn attention to them. Fine, let's look at you. I couldn't do that before I bought these shoes. Now. That's what happens. Buy these shoes and boom, you can wrap your legs around, climb buildings. Watch this. No, I don't want to intimidate anybody. Oh, this is good. I can see everyone from over here. How's everybody doing? So we like immigrants. You guys like immigrants? Me neither. Oh, yuck. Get them out of here. See you later, Mom and Dad. I'm kidding, obviously. I know we have a birthday in the building. We have anyone else with a birthday in the building? It's your birthday? You guys are supposed to chime in on that. What the fuck? I thought this is like a Desi Comedy Show. Okay, fine. You guys are letting me down. Bad audience. Or a misbehaving audience. What is your name, Miss Birthday Girl? So what are you just talking shit, bro? This is a wireless mic, bro. Is it really your birthday? Okay, well, you two need to get your story straight. Are you like dating or something? Is this a dating situation? Oh, shut up. Are you a Leo? Oh my God, it's me too. When is your birthday for real? August 18th. We'll take a selfie later. Oh my God, this has been so much fun. So I have a wireless mic. I can walk around the space and fulfill my dharam. That means duty, right? You guys know what Chalo Haso means? Fucking laugh. That's what it means, okay? I know you two know what it means. We have any, where my minorities at? Yeah. Where my majorities at? High five each other, you two. Not for long. We coming for you though, aren't we? One beautiful mixed race baby at a time. Chocolate swirl, that's the future. It's a slow game. Do we have any mixed race people in the audience? All purebred. I'm 100% Punjabi up here. Bale in the house. Where are my Punjabis at? Yeah, we're like the most annoying of the entire dish. Good, we're doing it. I'm actually living with brown people right now. That's pretty dope. I've known them a very long time. They're my mom and dad. Well, what kind of brown we got in the building? What kind of brown are you, sir? Ooh, fancy. Cindy. It's very fancy. What did one pizza say to the other pizza? Pizza Hut. Did you guys get that? That's like us when we're watching Seinfeld. We're like, ha 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 ha, this is funny. It's just gonna be like that all night, okay? Lots of PJs. No, I'm kidding. We've got a great lineup. We've got a great show for you. I'm very excited to be here. I've celebrated a birthday recently. I mean, August. I'm a Leo. I'm still talking about it. You guys want to guess how old I turned? Everyone's least favorite game? 16. Stop! 21. Fucking doing it. Let's do some shots. No. 34. You're welcome. I know. Black doesn't crack and Asian doesn't raisin. We have sayings too. Grew up in a very far away exotic land, as you can tell from my cheekbones, called the Greater Chicagoland area. I'm from here, y'all. I'm from the suburbs. Some might call me an American hero. What's going on with you guys? You look delighted to be here. Oh my God, you're just like down with brown people? Yeah. Fuck yeah, allies in the building. Tell, your racist dads that we're super cool. We're really nice. We're really nice people. I actually asked the professor recently, my dad, I'm like, Dad, do you think you're like a bad immigrant? You think you're like taking Americans' jobs? And he got real. You guys, he got real. He's like, I have provided training for thousands of people. I have provided jobs for thousands of engineers. You tell Donald, come after me. And I was like, oh shit. Dad, we got to start the revolution, which begins on the internet. We need a name. Hashtag build bridges, not walls. Hashtag Brown Lives Matter. Hashtag Hash Brown. We are all just different potatoes, right? Some boiled, some broiled, some that burn in the light of day. T-gas, okay, right? It's all good. It's all good. We're just doing it. We don't give a shit. Are we still talking about skin color for real? No, you're not. These guys aren't. The Cindy's aren't. You guys are over that shit from long ass time. What other kind of brown people we got in the building? Brown people represent. What do we got? What do we got? Punjabi. Yeah, I need to cover that up. Still Punjabi. Fuck everybody else. Anyway, what do we got here? Haryanvi, neighbor, my neighbors. Wow, so tall. Fantastic. See, we're tall also. What kind of white are you guys? That's awesome. So I don't know how long I've been up here, but we have an awesome show. So let's go ahead and get it going because you have the delight of me all night. I'll be with you all night. I'll be coming in doing 25 hours between every comic. How about that? Does that sound good? Oh, great. You guys are so awesome. So our first comic coming to the stage. You guys ready to start a comedy show? So we're going to tip our bartender. We're going to laugh a lot. We're going to clap. If you don't like a joke, just stay quiet. You can tweet about it. You don't need to say anything to the comic directly. That's called heckling. Don't do that. Don't do that. Don't do it, okay? Don't do it. So our first comic coming to the stage, I've just met. He smells great. Nice guy. I don't know what else to say about him. I'm very excited about seeing him. Great vibe. You guys ready to welcome this guy up to the stage? Ladies and gentlemen, please put your hands together as we welcome Mr. Hari Rao.
Hello. Hello. Any Chicago Transit Authority commuters here? Any? All right. I thought there would be more of you. Maybe it's an embarrassing question to answer. I didn't ask you if you had herpes. I asked you if you took the CTA. Well, I take the CTA, red line train to work, and I have to say, I got to get something off my chest. Something happened on the train that I feel really bad about. Okay, I was on my way to work, and there was a guy, and he was harassing people on the train. And as I watched this happen, every childhood fantasy I ever had of being a hero came flooding back to me, and I thought, you know what? I should do something about this. I'm going to do something about this situation. So I leaned forward from my chair and to try to better assess the situation. And well, I couldn't help but notice his size. I couldn't help it. He was about 6 foot something, 200 and something pounds, and I thought, he's probably going to be getting off at the next stop. I think he's probably going to be getting off at the next. Why interfere and cause a scene? And so what I did was I just nervously stared at my phone. And I felt guilty about it. I felt guilty. But when you're 5'5", 100 and something pounds, you're not well equipped to do something about that situation. If a Microsoft Excel spreadsheet can't solve that problem, I'm not the best one for this job. What I can do is I can look at a bigger guy sitting across from me and give him the old, you want to maybe go do something about that situation? But nobody did anything. Everybody just stared nervously at their phones, which is why I think the CTA needs a, if you see something, text something solution. Then we could do something about it. But instead what they have is this emergency button. And you push it and you yell your problem into it to the conductor. So you have to You have to be like hey, there's a guy and he's harassing people on the train. He can totally hear me telling on him right now. What does he look like? Not happy. He's not, and he's headed right my way. No, thank you. I do not need that. I do not need some crazy guy opening up one of those canisters full of whoop ass on me at 8:30 in the morning on my way to work. I don't need that. I don't believe that's on Maslow's hierarchy of needs. I don't think so. Maybe that's why I'm not a fighter. I'm not a fighter. And maybe that's why, despite my best efforts, growing up, nobody ever gave me the nickname Machine Gun. I really wanted that name. I thought it was a tough name. I thought that would be perfect, but nobody called me that. But when you grow up with a name like Hari, kids give you other nicknames, like a Hari Atari, Hari Ferrari, Camel Jockey, sorry Hari. Camel Jockey, very racist, also very inaccurate. I think geography, not a very strong subject within the racist community. So if you're one of them, please take note. Camel Jockey refers to somebody from the Arab Peninsula, not India. Open a book. It's a very racist book. But still, you might learn something. But I feel like I'm too old for a nickname, right? Nicknames are for like a young, cool guys named Chad. Ooh, they're not for 41-year-olds. I'm 41 years old. I know I look young for my age, which I appreciate, but one thing people like to tell me is how lucky I am to look so young. I don't know, is it lucky? Is it lucky to look like you're 17 at a strip club? Is it lucky to look like you still live with your parents when you're applying for a senior manager's position? The answer is no, because despite being very qualified, I didn't get the senior manager's job that I applied for at the strip club. But I got to tell you, I don't think I'd want a gentleman's club on my resume history anyways, you know? You probably didn't know this, but that's a very sexist industry against women. Can you believe it? Because as a man, if I told you as a guy that I work at a gentleman's club, there's any number of jobs you would assume I did for a living, right? I could be the bartender. I could be the valet guy. I could be senior manager. But if you're a woman who says she works at a gentleman's club, like my friend Destiny, in accounts payable, man, she's never going to be able to add this to her LinkedIn profile. Never going to be able to. I realize I have a very confusing look, though, right? If people think I'm Arab when I'm Indian, people think I'm in my 20s when I'm in my 40s. People think I'm gay when I'm straight. That happens a lot. I live across the street from a gay bar, and men will catcall me. Yeah, you know what? I don't mind. I don't mind because why should I care? I'm just as insecure and desperate for validation as any straight, gay, or trans person. Fellas, if you've got something nice to say about these baby browns or this baby brown, I will absolutely take the compliments. Physically, I might be straight, but my self-esteem, very, very open-minded. Very open-minded. Well, I'm a single guy in the city, but not too long ago, I was a married man in the suburbs. Yeah, I was a married man in the suburbs, and I had a little house, okay? I had a lawn. Over here, I had a mailbox. I had a walkway with mulch on either side with little tiny lamps leading up to my front door. And I would say things to neighborhood kids like, stop running through my lawn. You're messing up my mulch. Stay out of my hydrangeas. My hydrangea is a very expensive plant. But it turns out that it actually wasn't the neighborhood kids messing with the mulch. No, it was a little squirrel. It was a cute little squirrel. My wife saw him through the window. He was burying his nuts in the mulch. And I thought, you know what I'm going to do? I'm just going to give him a little scare, and he'll stop doing it. So I ran out of my house. I went, ah! But the squirrel didn't budge. He went, shh, and I went, ah! And I ran back like a frightened child back into my house. And from that day forward, that little piece of property in between my front door and my mailbox, that became the squirrel's property. It was his now. He took it from me, along with some of my manliness. And just a few months after that, I returned home early from a business trip, only to find my wife and that squirrel in bed together. And now here I am, a single guy in the city. Single guy in the city. I've been a musician for a long time. I've been playing the bass guitar for many years. But a long time ago, in my early 20s, I was an aspiring songwriter. And in 1999, I wrote the song, and the chorus went, if you really miss your mind, say goodbye, and I bet you'll find that all the world can really give you is lost in time. It's pretty deep, right? Pretty deep. Well, what it basically means is if you feel like you're losing your mind, just let it go and you'll find peace and happiness within. I thought lyrics like that were going to change the world. I thought I had a smash hit on my hands. But nothing ever happened with that song. But later on that same year, another song came out and the chorus went to, I'm blue da-ba-dee-da-ba-da, 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 I'm blue da-ba-dee-da-ba-da, 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 I'm blue like that over and over again. It was a smash hit, changed the world. Ironically, made me lose my mind. Made me lose my mind. But yeah, I've been a musician for, nearly 20 years. And I just started doing comedy this year, so obviously my Indian parents couldn't be prouder. Musician and comedian, it's everything we've prayed for. Everything. But yeah, I've been in a bunch of bands. I put out a few albums, been on a few tours. People often ask me if I make music for a living, and I'm very proud to say yes. Yes, I do. Also, just for fun, I'm an accountant. I like to dabble in that about like 5 days a week, roughly 8 hours a day. Okay, thank you very much. My name is Hari Rao.
Ladies and gentlemen, give it up for Mr. Hari Rao. We have all been part of a moment in history. That was Hari's first time performing in front of an audience. What? He killed it, bro, right? You call Ammi and Daddy. You tell them, I did very good job. I killed it, Mom and Dad. That's cool now, you know, like he's given up on the whole. I'm happily unmarried. Give it up for this divorce, talak. For real, give it up. That's hard. That is some hard. We're not allowed to do that. You've seen the Bollywood movies. When they say it, it's like dun dun dun, dun 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 dun, dun, talak, 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 and it kind of goes quiet like you guys, and not the birthday party in the back. You guys, it's happy birthday, girl. Go wild. Don't worry about these vulnerable comedians sharing their art. It's fine. No, I'm kidding. I'm kidding. I'm kidding. It's a joke, kind of. It's one of those truths wrapped in a joke, right? So I'm with the professor now. That's Dad. And he's so dope. He's like, hey, when you go for your comedy, you make that audience like eggs. And I'm confused too. I'm like, what is he saying? I don't know what English you're speaking, bro. And he says, Are, crack them up. I didn't laugh at the time. You can't give them that validation, but I am using it on stage. You guys ready to keep the show going? Birthday party in the back. You guys having fun? They can hear. All right, dope, dope, dope. You guys, I need everyone to put their hands together and make a lot of noise for my sister, for another mister who's coming up to the stage. Oh, not yet, not yet. Sorry, I gotta do the credits. Sorry, bad time. He's like, I'm ready. This woman has just come back from a sold out tour. All over the United States. Means 3 cities, but still. All over the United States. And now she's here. She's from Chicago, and she's at the Laugh Factory. She does a show called Don't Kid Yourself. So you can check her out, say hi to her after the show. Ladies and gentlemen, now we can put our hands together and go absolutely crazy with noise and energy. Come on, guys. Come on, come on. Come on, come on, come on, come on. Birthday girl, fake birthday girl. Sabeen Sadiq!
Hey. Hi. 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 How's everyone doing? You guys are good? Yeah, I'm good too. Yesterday, I cried about being single and then cut my bangs. That's what I did here. So now I have a sweet little bobby pin that I just clip. I looked in the mirror and I was like, this is not the way Kim Kardashian had it in the Google image that I was copying. It's just like, yeah, it's not working. Woo, that mirror, that's fun. I don't know. I'm having a good time in life. Life is very nice to me. I was at the, I don't know. I spent a lot of time with my dad, and today we were at the IRS because I'm irresponsible. We're not going to get into it. Okay, we're not going to get into that part. My dad's always on the verge of racism, but he never quite gets there. You know. Like we were sitting, waiting to go into the guy's office to talk about my IRS problems, and this woman walks in. She's Filipino, and she walks out. My dad looks at me and says, "Honey, you know these Filipinos, they just have a whole nother look to them, you know." And I was like, "That is just so close to being racist, like." So like all I have to do is be like, yeah, Dad, and then it just comes out. Then it becomes the racism. And I was like, I am not going to take you there, Dad. I am not going to take you to the racism. I'm not leading you to that place. And I was like, Dad, we all look different. And he's like, okay. Why my older Pakistani dad has the accent of a fourth generation Chicagoan, I do not know. But he sounds that way. He sounds like he was born here. It's very interesting. I'm Muslim. That's fun and happy and exciting. Anyone else? Yeah, we got some of those. That's a fun thing. I like asking if people are Muslim because once I was at a show and I was like, hey, anyone Muslim in here? And an elderly white woman in the front row goes, you don't like that much? Yeah, I like that. And I was like, ma'am, how? And she's like, well, you know, I got Muslims. They live upstairs. They're my neighbors. So I was like, that's not how neighbors work. But thanks for coming. Like she had the opportunity to not be weird. She didn't take that opportunity. That was a weird thing. I don't know. It's weird. The only thing about being Muslim and doing stand-up is it's weird doing shows at bars where there's alcohol and telling my mom about it. It's like a weird conversation we have. Like she'll be like, oh, where do you do your jokes? And I'm like, well, Mom, you know, in rooms. She's like, okay, what else? I'm like, well, there's guys on one side and women on the other. So that's they do it, Mom. She's like, okay, and I'm like, well, you know, there's a curtain, so I don't even look at the guys, you know. You know, and there's like a guy doing my jokes for the guy's side. I just stay right, you know. She's like, okay, what else? I'm like, well, Mom, everyone's drinking tea. There's all kinds of teas. There's no alcohol. You know, it's totally made up, just in the movies. She's like, okay, I'll come. And I'm like, oh, Jesus. You know. But it's been fun having her come to shows. It hasn't been bad. It's just not so fun carrying around a curtain everywhere I go. Changing the drink menu to tea. Those ladies in the back were like, oh, curtain, no. The birthday girls in the back, I see you. You're having fun. I'm happy you're having fun. I'm the kind of person that when I have a birthday, I want to, like, I've always wanted, like, I'm dumb. I always want surprise parties. So I'll go to my friends and be like, yeah, I don't want to do anything special for my birthday. It'd be so dumb to have a surprise party, just like in hopes of them realizing that I want to have one. Like, how dumb is that? And then my friends don't throw me a surprise birthday party, and then I'm mad at everyone. And then I go do stupid things like cut my bangs to deal with it. That's what I do. Like, my friends suck. I'm going to cut these off. Like, the sadder I get, the shorter these get. That's how I handle things. I don't know. Good decisions are overrated, right? Yeah, make some noise if you are just over good decisions. Birthday girls in the back, you're over it. You don't like good decisions. I can see it. Okay, you guys are wild. I went Muslim speed dating. That's what I did. I was like, let's just find true love in the worst place. Okay. So I went Muslim speed dating. I paid $85. So I'm like, okay, $85 equates to love. I get it. You know, $85, I walk out with a man. That's how this works. That's how my mind works. And so I go and I'm sitting down, okay, and this guy walks over to me And he's got a lot of confidence. I'm getting flustered. And he comes and sits down. His first move, sliding over a resume. Just like that. Just like sliding over a resume, okay? So I picked it up. All right, I picked it up. Like, he didn't think that talking to me would be an appropriate first thing. You know, he could have been like, hi, good to meet you. Here's my resume. But no, it was more like, there you go. Programmer. Like, that's what he did. So I picked it up and I look it over. It says programming. It says programming. It says hobbies, programming. It says so much programming. I'm like, I'm never going to have issues with a computer or something. It's great. You know, I'm always looking for the positives in every situation. I'm like, well, one of us needs to be smart. You know, programming. Okay, well, you know, I'm not that intelligent. Programming, you know, like, I don't even know what's going on in politics these days, you know, like programming. I really should go to grad school, but I'm not going to. So by the end of it, I'm selling myself on him. So that's where we're at. And at the bottom, it says, must be married by April 2017. And I was like, dude, why? Why? And he's like, oh, you know, just got to get married so I can stay in the country. No big deal. That's a lot of confidence for asking me to marry you so you can stay in this country. That's so much confidence. Basically, what he was basically saying was, look, I got to get married. Doesn't have to be from you, all right? I can move this along. Like that kind of confidence. So I was like, I can't do that. I can't do that. And he's like, well, get to know me. I'm a good guy. I'm like, you program a lot. He's like, I'm more than a programmer. And I was like, your resume doesn't say so. He's like, give me a shot. And I was like, ah. Are we having our first fight? So romantic. And then he just went to the next table. That's what happened there. I don't know what happened to him. I hope he got deported. Because that's the kind of person that I am. Not nice. Not nice. Not a nice girl. You know, I don't know. Dating isn't a thing when you're Muslim. Like, I never knew about it when I was younger, and I don't know how to do it now. Like, when I was little, boys were the enemy. Does anyone relate to that? No, just me. Boys were the enemy. I remember going up to my mom once, and I grew in a weird mustache, and I was like, Mom, what is this? And she's like, no, that's good. That'll keep them away for now. That's good. We'll come up with a better game plan later. She made my facial hair a game plan. Smart woman, really smart woman. She knew what was up. She knew what was up. You know, that's a little bit of that. I have this look where I'm not like the typical Fox News looking Muslim. I'm like PBS documentary kind, you know, like the real kind, you know, like, and I feel like that's why I don't get a lot of racism to my face, but I'm always expecting it for some reason. I'm always like, oh, it's going to happen. It's going to happen. Never happens. Never happens. But another thing I learned about myself is that when my cousins are around me and they have like the headscarf and the whole abaya, which is like the long outfit, I get very protective and turn into a guard dog. Like, I become the psycho boyfriend that's wasted outside a bar with his girlfriend, and he is protecting her and looking for a fight. That's what I become, you guys. Stay with me. I mean, you are going to stay with me. You can't really go anywhere right now. I feel like, you know, don't let him out. So I take my cousin Rida to go to the Secretary of State. She wants to get her driver's license. I'm like, let's do it, man. So we get in there, and I'm like, you know what, Rida? Let me go first. Let me open this door first, okay? All right, no racism's happening on my watch. So I open the door, I look inside, and just make so much unnecessary eye contact with everyone. I waited for this guy to look up so I could be like, yeah, dude, that's my Muslim. You wanna fight? Said that with my eyes. And he was like, no. He could read what I was saying. And I was like, yeah, Rida, let's get in here. The coast is clear. Everyone's gonna be nice today. And so we go in there, and no racism happens. I'm like, okay, it's coming. It's coming. Someone's gonna say something, and I am ready. Not ready. What am I gonna do? So then we get into the car. And the guy that's gonna take her for a drive comes by her window, and he's like, and I'm sitting there like, yeah, it's gonna happen now. This is the racist part. And he goes, Rida, looks like you got your lucky headscarf on today. And she was like, I do. And then they laughed about it. together. The racism didn't happen. I was sitting there and I was so upset because I was ready. You know what I mean? It's like going into a haunted house and expecting everyone to jump out at you, but instead they're giving you directions to the exit and being nice. Okay, good. We're following. Good. My aggression is making sense. I'm glad. But it just ended up being a great day. Like nothing racist happened, and that's just my life. I'm going to have to get used to leading a non-racist life towards me, which is fine. I don't know. Did we do this? Anyone mixed race in here? Anyone mixed race? No? Okay. Any Pakistanis? We got some of those? That's fun. Got some white folks. Were you the one earlier who was like, I'm the most white? Or what did you say? Yeah, the whitest. Where are you from? Detroit. Okay. Got it. Very cool. Yeah, so I got an older half-sister who's Pakistani and white. So that's really fun. Like, she has the coolest identity crisis. And that's a fun thing for me to watch. I'm being honest, you know, she was born and raised, she was raised in Pakistan, okay? But homegirl looks Irish, so she's like a bootleg white person. You know what I mean? She's like she doesn't know how to be white, but she looks very white. Like you said, you were the whitest white, she's the whitest white. Where her mother's from Tennessee and owns a donkey named Festive. That's like, it's like the cutest kind of white. Like, I would want to be that kind of white if I could. You know what I mean? Cool. Well, so she's always trying to find ways to be more Pakistani, more white, because she knows how to be Pakistani. So she's like, how do I be more white? So lately she's like, Christmas, that's what I'll do. I'll celebrate Christmas. But I'm like, no, that's wrong. You're Muslim. That doesn't work. But continue on, Sabrina. Continue on. And so she celebrates Christmas. And I'm like, this is confusing to my nieces, right? Like when my nieces come up to me and ask me if Santa's real, do I give them the Christian letdown or the Muslim one? You know what I mean? Like, do I say no, Santa's not real, or do I say no, Christianity is not real? Because I want to be a good aunt. You know what I mean, you guys? Okay, well, this has been really fun, and I got to get out of here. So thank you so much.
Ladies and gentlemen, please keep that noise going for the wonderful Miss Sabeen Sadiq. So we got brown people in the house, we got white people in the house, Hindus in the house, Muslims in the house. Forget about your racist dads, our racist dads and uncles, right? Can we just give it up for the fact that we're coming together in the hash brown? We're coming together in the hash brown. My mom's older brother is the most racist fucking person I've ever met. I didn't even call him my mama G. I just called him my mom's older brother. Did you guys just catch that? So can we just give it up for a sec that we got Muslims and Hindus hanging out, sharing labs together? Because we got the old school racism, right? Our parents, they don't know what they're saying. They don't know what they're saying. They're the original comedians. Sabeen was talking about her mom. She says shit. My mom comes home from work. She's like, you know, there's one chinky at work. She's very ambitious. Like, you can't say that shit, bro. You can't say that. I'm saying nice things. I'm like, that is a good point. It's a good point. Still not allowed. I'm sure there's some Huffington Post article or something that I'll send. BuzzFeed, I'm sure will explain to you. It's complicated. Because our racism is so old. You know, it's like, oh, whatever. We don't mean anything by it. You know, it's like, I'm not saying anything racist. I'm just saying Muslim, you know, like cancer in the body, they're like that, but of humanity. Need to be taken out. You're like, oh, wow. Don't ever come visit in the US. I hope your visa never fucking happens. You can't say that shit, bro. But we're building bridges and not walls. I said it. You guys can clap now. I'll breathe for a second. I'm really excited about bringing this next comic up to the stage. He is an immigrant, real life foreigner. We imported him from the Desh of Bangla, if you guys remember that one. That's part of the whole Stan thing before the partition happened. Bringing him up to the stage. He also was on this tour, so he's been doing some sold out shows. He's coming in with some very high vibes. He hasn't seen this beautiful an audience, though, has he? No. The Punjabis are the best. I love you guys, man. We're going to bully it up later. You guys ready? Let's make some noise. Let's put our hands together. Let's get some energy for Sharup Karim.
Yeah, I'm the immigrant on this lineup. What the fuck? All right, keep it going for Sonal and our racist relatives. Yeah. She's gonna make it up for it. She's gonna after the show, she's gonna thread all of your eyebrows. Don't worry. Why do you think she's hosting? You thought it too. All right, we did a roll call earlier. Let's do it again. Where are the Muslims at? What's up? Yeah, that's right. You don't have to cheer, just say sup, bro. I'm here. When's Isha? Let's do this. Where are the Christians at? All right. Give it up for yourselves for keeping the Christians out. Like, I don't know how you guys did that. We didn't even have to hold a protest here or anything. God damn. That's awesome. Hindus, where are you at? All right. I love Hindus, man. I love Hindus. I love the belief that if you fuck up in this life, you can come back in another life and redo it. I don't even know what I'm gonna, like, if I had the option to come back in the next life as something else, I have no idea what I would be. Like, sir, what would you come back in the next life as? He thought about it. He thought about it. He was like, should I say Michael Jordan? Nah, fuck it. I'm gonna come back as a white guy. I don't need to dunk if I can make it through airport security without getting 3 looks. I love airport security. You guys make some noise if you love TSA dogs. Yeah. A nice collection of applause for TSA dogs. I love TSA dogs because they're like the only ones that look like they're qualified for their job. Everyone else, all they had to do was take a BuzzFeed quiz on what looks like a bomb and what doesn't. That's all they gotta do. TSA dogs are actually doing live shit. They're all going around sniffing everyone. This is some real Law and Order shit. Now you can, every time you're at the airport, you can see white privilege at work. Because I had a woman in front of me, she was talking to the dog, and she's like, oh, you nice boy, you nice. What's your name? Where's your name? Where's you from? What is your zodiac sign? What is your zodiac? Do you watch Game of Thrones? I love Game of Thrones. You should watch Game of Thrones. Meanwhile, there's like a family of 5 brown people behind me with Mickey Mouse hats trying to blend in. Because they know if Airbud snitches on them, Disneyland is over. You guys know those signs that say don't pet TSA dogs? I like those songs. I like that those signs exist, but there are no sign that tells you you can't pet a TSA agent. That is my favorite loophole. And I love the word loophole because it sounds like a low-budget cereal if you couldn't afford Cheerios as a kid. These Honey Nut loopholes are so good, Mom. I'm glad we made rent this month. I love knockoffs. My whole life has been a knockoff, all right? Because as Sonal said, I was born in Bangladesh. Okay, I get it. We export 0 sex appeal, all right? If you've never heard of Bangladesh, it is a knockoff version of India. If India is Netflix and chill, Bangladesh is jigsaw puzzle and jack off quietly. Just putting in perspective for you. Even when I came here with my family, I could even be like the authentic brown kid. I had a white guy copy off of my test one time, and we both ended up getting like C's on the test. He confronts me after the class. He's like, yo, bro, what the fuck? I counted on you for this. And I told my parents, and then they made me apologize to him for ruining his career. That's how knockoffs work, man. I was born in Bangladesh. So that means my body was literally made in Bangladesh. Yeah, what you're looking at here has the same durability as any shit you buy from Old Navy. Some guy went online and gave my home country a 1-star review. I didn't know you could do that. Because what he did, he doesn't know, like, we don't have the best sweatshops, all right? So what he did, he went online and he bought a pair of Air Jordans. What he got in the mail were not Air Jordans. What he got was the next best thing for half the price. He got Air Montel Jordans. So he went online, he was like, even though I was my favorite R&B singer of all time, this is not how we do it. And gave us a 1-star review. Now there's a positive spin to this. 1-star review means this. In a country of 169 million people, we have 1 star. Motherfuckers, I am that 1 star. I don't know what kind of math you're sitting there doing. Thank you. One person got it in the front. I'm just gonna look at you for the rest of the show, man. As long as you get, who cares? I got to travel a little bit this year. Anybody been to the UK? Guys, half our colonizers were from the UK. Anybody been to the UK and then got denied at the border? Exactly. That's what happened to me. I've been to the UK. I've been there twice, got in once. All right? The first time they questioned me, interrogated me, looked through my stuff, and then told me like I was not good enough to stay in that country temporarily. And this is coming from a country whose national dish is fucking curry. The second time was better. Second time I went there, they questioned me again, looked through all my stuff. But this time I was like, excuse me, I'm actually a comedian here performing for the Fringe Festival. At that point, the agent was like, why didn't you say so? Come right in. At that point, I was like, really? That's all I had to say? Were those 8 dumb magical words? I'm a comedian here performing for the festival. That got me thinking, you know what? I'm gonna come back next year. No, scratch that. I'm gonna come back next month. I'm gonna do my own show called Sharup Karim's Comedy Hour, featuring 10,000 of Syria's best comedians. Think about it. It's a 6-hour show, but it'll be a good show, trust me. I took an Uber from the airport to the flat I was staying at, and the driver he barely spoke any English, got lost on the way, was a Swedish guy, didn't know what he was doing. I was sitting in the backseat like, who the fuck lets these immigrants into this country? Are they really not vetting anyone here? He tried to make me feel better because he figured I was American, and he was like, don't worry, I'm a part-time NASCAR driver. Like, it's a terrible analogy. No wonder we've been going in circles for the past 2 hours. Have you guys heard of this, that Europeans are much more mature than Americans? Yeah, it's true. I thought it was all hype. And then I was riding a bus, and I was sitting adjacent from this girl that couldn't have been older than 10 or 11. She sneezed. So customary to what I know to do when somebody sneezes, I just leaned over and I was like, God bless you. She just looks up at me with a huge smile on her face, and she's like, God is dead. I was like, holy shit. What kind of podcast do you listen to? And then she sold me a pack of Swisher Sweets and then told me to stay in school. All right. Who's in a relationship out here? Whose night are we ruining? Anybody in a relationship? Nobody? You guys are? How'd you guys meet? You met here tonight? No, not here. Okay. Oh, you met in Chicago. I was like, really? 7 bar? Like, I thought, like, even if nobody hooks up in this room, we can't waste it on, like, a non-cocaine overdose. Somebody has to do that tonight. That's awesome, Chicago. All right. Mutual friends? Did you just find each other? Like, what's the story? Born and raised in Detroit, met in Chicago. Like, it's the opposite of that Journey song. You guys hear that Journey song where they're, like, born and raised in South Detroit? Motherfuckers, there is no South Detroit. That is Canada. Sorry, I just had to say that, but that's awesome. That is a beautiful story. That's like our modern day version of a Nicholas Sparks novel / Yash Raj films right here. All right, that was pandering to half of you fuckers. Excuse the rest of us, we can't do that. We can't meet people just on the street. that beautifully. We have to rely on social dating apps now. Oh, you met on Tinder? All right, that's where I was going. Thank you, sir, for jumping the gun on that. Yeah, Tinder, exactly. I've been on Tinder. I didn't get that many matches. And then I went to Grindr. Realized that's not how you pronounce it. Got even fewer matches. This is how desperate I got. I went on the Muslim version of Tinder. This exists. It's called Minder. That's how creative they were. Only problem with Minder is you can only swipe 5 times a day. I'm over here like, am I facing the right direction for a relationship? Does the moon need to be out? But here's the thing, we don't need apps, man. We don't need apps, all right? A lot of us, we were born in the 90s, we grew up in the 90s. So we know what it's like to actually talk to a person and connect with them in real life, all right? So whatever happened to being poetic? Whatever happened to being romantic and hollering from the passenger side of your best friend's ride? Takes way more effort. But I got friends in relationships that tell me, like, Sharup, slow down. Relationships not what cut out to be. They involve a lot of things. They involve time, they involve commitment, they involve money. And then I was told, don't let your dick write checks your heart can't cash. Yeah, don't let your dick write checks your heart can't cash. At this point, I was like, Grandma, this is the worst birthday card ever. I'm 11 years old. What do you think I'm out here doing? I'm gonna end with this. I was at a wedding recently. I love going to weddings. This was the worst wedding ever because the band canceled. And so the groom came up to me. We were good friends. He was like, Sharup, can you do me a quick favor? The band canceled. I need you to save me. I was like, what do you want me to do? Can you sing a song for us? The fuck? What do you want me to sing a song? Can you sing a Bollywood song? I'm like, I'm not even Indian, bro. Like, please sing a Bollywood song. Ashley loves Bollywood. Her favorite movie of all time is Aladdin. Can you please do it? All right, this is gonna take too much time to explain to him. I was like, all right, I'll do it. So I went up there and sang the most popular Bollywood song I know of, right? If you know the words, sing along. Here we go. Tujhe dekha to ye jana sanam, pyar hota hai deewana sanam. I'm gonna stop right there. As you can tell, half the people that you can't see under this dark light is singing along. The other half is like, what the fuck is going on? That's the exact reaction. I actually got the latter reaction. Like, nobody knew what was going on. Everyone was just dumbfounded. I had to react quickly. The sanctity of marriage was hanging in the balance. So I was like, I'm sorry, everyone. I'm gonna translate the words into English. That way everyone knows what I'm singing and no one has to feel weird, all right? Here we go, take 2. We're gonna take all of your jobs. Look out, white people will take your jobs. We're gonna take all of your jobs. This is very unnecessary. And yes, they will be taken by fobs. That is my time. Thank you so much.
Keep it going for Sharup Karim. We're still singing it. We're like, oh, when's the karaoke section start? I went to a wedding recently. You guys do that shit? You guys go to the cousins' weddings? You all the time? I was boycotting. For girl cutting, we still allowed to say boycotting? I know you're a very progressive audience, very woke, very woke. You go to all the weddings? Oh, that's a lot of pressure, y'all. You go to all of them? I didn't go for like 10 years. Which was fun because if you haven't been to a family wedding in a long time, then you come back and it's like these little ass kids, your nieces, nephews, cousins, they grow up, right? And you're like, oh, what the fuck? You're taller than me now? Your voice is dropped, you're all ripped. I'm kind of attracted to you a little bit. That's fucked up. Not appropriate. You know what I'm talking about though. Homegirl knows exactly what I'm talking about. We dirty didis. We'll talk about it later. So as we said, you guys, this is a live show. We're Facebook living. We've got what are your names? We've got Adam and Lindsay. I was like, Linza. What is his name? Lindsay. Am I saying it right? Lindsay. I'm saying it right. Okay, that's a joke. Give it up for these guys in the front. They've been an awesome audience. You guys are all been an awesome audience. It is now that time where we have to sing collectively the birthday song to the birthday girl in the back of the room. Are you guys ready? And a 5, 6, 7, 8. Happy birthday to you. Happy birthday. Her name's Judy. To you. Not the Hindi one. Happy birthday, Judy. Oh, it's coming up here now. Here she is. Happy birthday to you. She just turned 35. She's really excited. And she's here with all of us. Are you guys excited that it's your birthday? Wow, that is very auspicious. That is cupcake. Happy birthday, Judy. Thank you so much for being here. तुझियो हजारों साल ये मेरी है आरज़ू. Happy birthday to you. Oh, happy birthday to you. Pop, pop. Happy birthday to you, Judy. Happy birthday to you. Okay, good. क्या बात है. वाह, 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 वाह. Are you guys ready for your headliner of the evening? Or are you secretly a little bit sad? Like, oh no, that means the end of the show. We want to stay forever. Forever. You guys will stay forever. We'll be friends forever, I promise. But right now, it is time for our headliner. Are you guys excited? This is a very good friend of mine. He just featured a whole week at Zany's Old Town Chicago. Team Us Comedy. Please check him out. He's running shit all over town, all over the country, all over the world. It's not just Russell Peters anymore, y'all. There's all loads of us. So let's put our hands back together and start making some noise. Ladies and gentlemen, are you ready for the one, the only Vik Pandya? Oh, we got a Brahmin in the house. He's going to take his Brahmin ass time to come up here. Yeah. Ladies and gentlemen, Vik Pandya, one more time.
Yes, thank you guys. How we doing? We still alive? How was the show? Was it good? I just got here. I was late. I'm Indian. Fuck. I showed up late to my own show, man. Showed up late. Shout out to all the performers. Shout out to all the performers who performed. Yes. Could have probably waited to sing happy birthday till after the show, but we'll do it in between. That's fine. We'll do it right in between. That's okay. That's fine. Keep it going for Sharup, guys. Sharup from Bangladesh. He made my shirt. Shout out for Sharup. Shout out to him. Shout out to him. We doing good? How we doing, sir? Good? Are you the only white person here? Has everyone talked about that the entire show? Okay, we'll talk about it too. I mean, keep it going. Actually, shout out to all the people in the back. There's a group of white women in the back, the birthday ladies out there. Shout out to them. They ordered pizza to make a point. Like, we know you're white. You got Chuck E. Cheese up in here. I like it. Keep it going. Keep it going. Guys, minorities make some noise. Where we at, minorities? I know you guys are in here. There was a Groupon for the show. Guys, typically what minorities do when we see each other is give each other what's called a minority head nod. What that means is, hey, I acknowledge you're not the only one in here. And also, fuck all these white people. That's what it means, guys. It means both things. I'm just telling you what it means. But there is certain times when the minority head nod should be suppressed. For example, don't give any sort of acknowledgement if we're boarding an aircraft. All of us can relate. I was born on a plane recently, almost didn't make it. I got on the flight and a guy gets on who's like significantly more brown than me. Like, he was so brown, his cologne smelled like sandalwood soap and the caste system. Like, he was aggressively brown, right? He looks at me and gives me one of these. And I was like, oh shit, no, not at all. But then I realized I probably should be doing this on a plane. Not a good look, not a good look. Thank you, Microsoft. Thank you for that. Again, yeah, thanks. That's 3 Bitcoins I just earned off that fucking set. Facebook Live in this bitch right now, man. Of course, the Bitcoin reference kills with the brown audience. Yeah, you guys are invest. Come on. But, you know, it's interesting traveling. Like, it's interesting traveling being an immigrant. I don't know if you guys have experienced this. Like, why is it whenever your immigrant family, like, asks you to bring over stuff, it's never, like, souvenirs. It's always, like, produce and raw materials. You know what I'm talking about, right? Like, I remember my uncle from India called me. He's like, Vic, we're very excited you're coming to India next week. I just had a few small items I'd like you to pick up. Do you have a pen and paper? I was like, all right, let's pause right here. Anytime someone asks you for a pen and paper, it's probably going to be a long fucking list, okay? He's like, okay, first item, can you get me 30 pounds of almonds? What? Are you planting a forest? 30 pounds? The bag limit is 50 pounds. It gets worse. He's like, also, can you pick me up a few iPods? I'm like, you have 3 songs and they're all on vinyl. Why do you need a few iPods? I remember he was really proud when he came here for the first time. He's like, Vic, I got you an iPod. I'm like, this is a Zune. This is not even the right product. What is this? No, the worst thing was this request, though. He goes, Prana is rebuilding his car and would like a T34 turbo kit. Turbo kit? This isn't Pimp My Ride International? I'm not Exhibit. Just to humor him, I looked up how much this thing weighed. Guess how much it weighed? 623 pounds. So the next time your parents or immigrant family tell you to bring over shit to the home country, don't complain, because I'll be on the plane next to you trying to smuggle 32 pounds of peanut butter in my backpack, okay? It's rough out here. It's rough out here. I travel a little bit doing comedy, so I stay in a lot of hotels. I've noticed that hotel soaps tend to have an extremely unnecessary combination of scents. Tangerine and flaxseed. What the fuck? I'm in the hotel lobby confusing white women. Oh my God, Becky, this hotel has a Whole Foods. It's like, ma'am, this is a Red Roof Inn. The only thing it smells like is asbestos and depression. I was doing that joke at a show when someone once screamed out, I'm a Red Roof Inn Rewards member. I was like, that's not something you won't be saying out loud. That's like paying for an assigned seat on Spirit Airlines. No matter where you sit, it's still Spirit Airlines, okay? I've been going to the gym a lot, mainly for the free Wi-Fi. Why is it whenever we go in the men's locker room, the gym, there's always like an old man in the Captain Morgan stance completely naked? If you're not laughing right now, it's you, cut it out. No one looks good naked in this position. Women don't even look good naked in this position. If Rose had asked Jack to paint her in this position on the Titanic, we probably would have found her body in the Atlantic. That's all I'm saying. That's all I'm saying. The gym is just full of people walking around looking ironic. Like I was doing some free weights at the gym. This guy comes up out of nowhere. He's like, you got 3 more. So I did 8 because I was terrified. And afterwards I was like, hey man, how long have you worked here? He's like, oh, I don't work here. You just look like you needed help. I was like, you can't just walk around doling out free personal training sessions. I need to change gyms. This Curves is hostile. Glad you got that Curves reference. Curves is a female-only gym in the Midwest. I was doing that joke in Houston, and they don't have Curves in Houston, so no one got it. So after the show, I got drunk. I got mad. I get back to my hotel. I stumble up to the lady at the front desk. I'm like, what are some female-only gyms around here? That's a weird thing to say to a stranger. Don't do that. And that's the story how I lost my Red Roof Inn rewards card, man. I had it for a second. Had it. I was almost at bronze level. That's continental breakfast anytime you want it. Trying more intimidating. Ma'am, do you think I look intimidating? Let's do the IT tech session right here, right in the middle of the show. That's cool. No response. Yeah, we're not looking at you at all. That's fine. You got a whole power brick in here too, man. You're fucking going at it. Yep, we're gonna text all day. Yep. Yes, sirree. We're both involved in this conversation. We need both of our eyes on it. Was that Gilu asking you what heritage to bring to the home country? What was that? He's dead. Are you coding right now? Relax. Fucking Jesus. Fucking writing SQL over here, dude. Chill out. Don't get excited in the back. I said SQL. I know. I write queries and shit. Fuck with me, man. I got SQL for days. On every version of TurboTax. Like, I look like that dude. I look like that dude, man. No, like I was saying, I'm trying to be more intimidating. Like, ma'am, do you think I look intimidating? She's like, not at all. Everything I have on is too tight. Stop talking to me. I'm trying to be more intimidating because I surprise people. They're never scared of me. I surprised this girl the other day, and this was her reaction. Thank God you're here. I'm having trouble connecting my computer to my printer. I was like, I'm trying to rob you. But for real, is that a local or network printer? Because I'm racially obligated to answer that question. She knows that. She knows that. No, I am trying to be more intimidating. That's why I got this beard. But it's a dumb beard. It doesn't even connect. I look like Jafar from Aladdin. It looks dumb. You laugh too hard at that. It hurts. It hurts. I realize, though, there's certain articles of clothing you can never be intimidating with. Like if you have on white New Balances, I know you can't fight. What are you going to do? Run up on someone? Yo, check out my art support, dog. It's orthopedic as hell. That's not scary. You need to get your flat-footed ass out of my face. I was walking in the sketchy part of Chicago. Some of you guys may know the neighborhood. It's called Chicago. And I heard this guy yelling at this girl from across the street. He's like, if you leave now, don't bother coming back. I was like, oh shit, it's about to get real, right? But then I got closer and I saw he was wearing mittens. It's like, you can't be horrible wearing mittens. You look adorable. Look cute. I did that joke on the South Side. And before the show, the host was like, I was the only non-black comic on the lineup. And the host is like trying to prepare the audience for this, okay? So he's like, where my Southsiders at? Make some noise. Crowd goes crazy. Where my Westsiders at? Make some noise. Crowd goes crazy. Where my Northsiders at? Make some noise. Dead silent. Someone at the bar sees me and goes, that motherfucker right there. I was like, oh shit. This is not gonna be fun. It was fine. That was fine. It's fine. I'm getting old, man. I know I'm getting old because now house parties are more about the food. It's like, Vic, you got to come through. We got a keg. You guys got any bruschetta? I like olive oil. It's good for my skin. I'm getting old. I know I'm getting old because the other night I thought I had a wet dream. Turned out I had just peed myself. I'm getting old. I know I'm getting old because my fantasies aren't even sexual anymore. Like, this is my latest fantasy. I really want to have a destination wedding just so most of my friends can't make it. Not good people. I'm getting old. I know I'm getting old because I'm starting to have sober sex. That shit's gross. Wasn't prepared for that at all. No one should have to see penises in daylight. That's just my viewpoint on that. I don't... Having sex with me at night is like going into an exclusive club. A lot of shadows and intrigue, like 7 Bar. But during the day, it's like going to that same club because you left your credit card at the bar. A little different, a little different. I'm getting old. I know I'm getting old because the other day I was masturbating and I intentionally didn't finish. I got a text alert from Chase that had overdrawn my account. It took me right out the game. It's adult shit, man. When you were younger, nothing fazed you. You could masturbate through natural disasters. I don't know why you guys love that so much in the back. That's kind of fucked up. I remember my mom, she's like, Vic, we gotta go, it's Katrina. Katrina? What'd she look like? I was just... That joke's too soon, I know. It's fucked up. It's fucked up. Oh, man. I'm falling apart, man. I'm falling apart. I drink too much. That's a problem. I got bad drunk habits. Like, one of my favorite things to do when I'm drunk is create fake Christian Mingle profiles to scare white people with. I'll just be on there messaging conservative white women. Hello, Tommy Lorraine 3224. This is Akbar. Please ask your father if he'll take 6 goats in exchange for virginity. I was doing that joke at a show and this brown girl pops up. She's like, 6 goats? Do I look like a ratchet thought? This pussy's worth at least 8. I was like, oh my God, I'm so sorry. I didn't know the exchange rate. I apologize. So I got banned. I got banned just 3 hours after creating the account. Christian Mingle sent me an email informing me of this. I respond to that email with, hey, you guys just lost a customer for life. I'm going back to farmers only. They love that shit. Love it. Love it. I guess Grindr is more of this crowd's alley. Is that that one got the best reaction. No, I'm falling apart, man. Like, you ever had to end a relationship because your voice cracked during an argument? It happened to me recently. I was arguing with my girl and I'd won the argument, but I got greedy and I tried to go for that knockout line. I was like, that's right. You best believe. My girl's an ass too. She's like, believe what, R. Kelly, that I can fly? I was like, fuck. Shit. There's like 3 more tags to this joke I'm going to do, but power through it. She was like, she won't let up. She's like, you best be running through that open door. You look like you're on the verge of breaking down. Those are lyrics to the song. I was gonna go with it. It's a deep cut. So I'm single in 2017. I don't know why I said that like 2016 was any different. Someone asked me, they're like, Vic, how are you single? You're hella charming and dapper as fuck. I was like, thanks, Mom. You're right. You're right. You must know I'm very picky. I like short women. That's my type. You ever date a girl that's too short? It can pose some problems, right? I dated this girl who was 4'3". Every time I try to make out with her, I felt I was getting a motivational speech at a Little League game. It's hard to be intimate like this. Yep, he understands. He's dating a short woman right there. It's a very sound, yep. Navigated that issue before. It's tough, man. People come up to me, they're like, Vic, you must meet a lot of people doing stand-up. I'm like, that's true, but it's the wrong type of women, okay? I met this girl after the show. I was like, where are you from? She goes, I'm gypsy. I'm like, just say you're white and poor. Why do I have to lie about this? Lie about this. I met another guy after the show. We hooked up, and afterwards she goes, normally, I'm not into black guys. Me either. Do you see one? Where is he? A small part of me was flattered, but then I felt bad because I was like, I definitely ruined that stereotype for her forever. This guy got the dick joke immediately. I'm glad he picked up on that. Thank you. Because I realized something like my penis is not impressive. It's not unimpressive. Like no one's ever seen it and sent it back. But it doesn't get the reactions I want. Like no one's ever gasped when they've seen it. The last girl who saw it, she reacted to it like seeing the bean in Millennium Park for the first time. Like, it's got an intriguing shape, and you're kind of into it. But then once you visit it, you realize it looks a lot cooler in the photos. And you're just really glad it doesn't cost any money to visit. That was her disposition on that. When she saw it, she's like, could you be a little more excited? She reacted to it like getting a "you up" text at 2 a.m. Like just very not into it at all. Not into it. Dating's tough, man. Dating's tough. You guys couple? What, you're married? Okay. Well, he just said yeah. He didn't qualify it. How long have you been married?
1 year.
Okay. So it's still. Oh my God, you're fucking up for days right now. 8 months. Well, that's actually. So are you just? What's like the next step after you get married? Is it just like what, kids? What happens? Okay. Do you want children? Do you want children? Okay. All right. So that's a conversation you guys can have on the way home. I just planted that seed for you. Just keep that in mind. 1 year mark is about to start. His parents are going to be asking, so I'm just telling you. They're going to be questioning that. What about you guys? You guys are the texting couple over here. Who are you texting? Your common friend. Are you WhatsApping right now? I fucking knew it. You fucking WhatsApp people with the Wi-Fi. You're not paying for data. Fuck you. Why do you think Vonage went out of business? It's your fault. 99 cents for a call wasn't cheap enough for you? You had to WhatsApp for free on the Wi-Fi? Fuck, man. It's like 3 people got what I'm talking about right now. You guys obviously a couple? Cool. She's like, unfortunately, yeah, fucking, yeah. How long have you been together? You don't sigh before you. He's like, fuck, man, where do I start? 6, okay, it's still new, it's still fresh. It's different, right? Like being in a relationship and being, I feel like there's, people ask me like, why do you work out? I'm in single shape. You know what that means, right? You're still trying to acquire, you gotta keep up appearances. Like I wanna get in a relationship so I can let myself go entirely. Like that's the key thing, man. Like I don't wanna be able to do anything at all. Like I wanna be like having cunnilingus with the girl and just fall asleep. That means eating pussy in the back. I don't know if you caught that. Cunnilingus. Someone asked after a show was like, is that a presidential nominee? I'm like, no, that's not at all what that is. This is how Trump won. Why are we not educated on this at all? This is not at all correct. Not at all correct. That joke gets mean, so I'm not going to continue with that. What about you guys here? Okay. 2 years. Cool. Where are you guys from? I don't. Okay. Yeah, I'm not going to know the subsect of. Oh, my bad. Shit. State. You know, there's states in India that have still outlaw like gay marriage. There's still that in India. There's also the state, I'm from Gujarat. My parents are from Gujarat. There's a ban on alcohol. Modi, yeah. But it's hilarious because like everyone just drinks. Like no one gives a fuck. India, you can get away with anything. You can just bribe people. I wanted to drive one of those auto rickshaws when I was there. I gave the guy $1, $1 US. He gave me his auto rickshaw. He's like, fuck it, I don't need it. He's like, do whatever you want. It's like a scooter. I was 6. I just went through everything. It was great. It was great. What about you guys back here? This is a diverse group. Yeah, Irish? Yeah, I could tell by the red hair. Yeah, ginger. Yeah. What about you guys? Couple, two? Do you guys like ever compete with each other when you're out? No? Yeah. They're like, we're better. We're sitting closer together. Yeah, cool. Oh, shit. Okay. All right. Oh, damn. All right, so you guys can talk about that on the way home as well. That's who's cool or who's not. Guys, I'll leave you guys with this. I got to get out here. There is one thing I want to impart with you guys, and I know Sharup kind of teased this at the end of his set, but I figured out what women want. I think women want a guy who can dance, right? Ladies, clap it up if you like a guy who can dance, right? And don't just twist the light bulb. I'm talking about the full thing, okay? Now, I can't dance, but I can grind. I can grind up a storm. I haven't seen a girl's face since 2009 in the club. I'm not gonna lie. It's grinding, for those who are unfamiliar, is where you gyrate awkwardly behind someone till their friends tell them it's time to leave. That's what that is. That's what that is. But there are some do's and don'ts in grinding. There's some grinding etiquette that should be observed. And I need a very confident male audience member I can demonstrate this on before I get out of here, guys. Who's gonna do it? I'm looking. Yeah. Who's Hari? No, don't make Hari do it. Hari's on the show. He's a professional comedian. Don't make Hari do it. Fuck that. Fuck that. No, sorry, you sit down. What about you? Derek will do it? Derek, come on, give it up for Derek, guys. Give it up for Derek. Derek. Yeah, look, you got your own music. All right, Derek. All right, relax right here. Fucking chill out, dude. Yeah, he's not ready for that yet. We got to build up to it, okay? We got to start with some simple two-step and then we'll get crazy. Yeah, exactly. So Derek, are you homophobic at all?
No.
Are you sure? Because you hesitated a second there. I'm going to be touching you a lot, so just get prepared, okay? Turn around. Let's go here. Let's start here. Okay. So this is 10 and 2, right? Standard grinding position. We start like this. Now, a lot of guys like to go up top or down below. Don't do that. We haven't been invited in yet, Derek. You can't do that, okay? So the only option you have is the stomach area. Now, a lot of guys like to grab the stomach. Look at all the women in here. Never grab a woman's stomach, Derek. You would never do that. So the only option you have is to open palm it and rub it in a circular motion. Derek, why are you backing up? This is a demonstration. Now, the final part about grinding is to whisper sweet nothings in the recipient's ear. Derek, you are so sexy right now. Got a lot of facial hair for a lady. Now, I have never gotten this far, so I don't know what happens next. All right, guys, keep it going for Derek. That's been Derek. Keep it going for I'll buy you a drink, Derek. Thank you very much. And guys, keep it going for yourselves. Keep it going for all the comedians you've seen so far. Thank you very much for coming out. My name is Vik Pandya. Have a good rest of your night.
Guys, that's Vik Pandya. Keep it going. So it's 1 comedy show, 2 Aladdin references, 4 Microsoft references. What else? We covered everything. 2 outsourcing references. This has been Chalo Haso. My name is Sonal Aggarwal. Please come talk to us after the show. We're all hanging out. We're going to put some music on, have some drinks, have some food. Dale, how's it going back there? Are these brown people tipping properly? We're breaking stereotypes. 1 tip at a time, bro. You guys having a good show? Thank you so much for being here. That's been Chalo Haso. Thank you very much. Good night.